advantage for Skumon. Always nice to see for G2 fans.
Yeah, also a decent amount of vision in the river for G2 too. They just set up on the they just set up on the pink ward basically at the back of the red. Here, actually, what am I doing?
Show me. What's over there?
Pink ward, which is just giving a ton of vision on this bottom side now.
Handsama's just dead. Flashes away. Sam D wants to match it. Got his own flash, but he's pierced. And he's dead by Skumon. Gets away. Fantastic flash. And I thought Hansama was kaput.
Yeah, I thought Sam D was going to consider following, but decided against it in the end. He ends up holding on to his flash, realizing he's probably not getting away from that one. But that was the vision control play that we were just talking about. They end up with a bunch of pink wards, so there's no vision for Navi to spot exactly what the Trundle's up to and managed to get in.
Then the play going to connect. Cap's in a bit of trouble, running for his life now, holding onto the shockwave. When will he use it? The biggest question is not going to be answered just yet. Navi doing pretty well through this mid lane. The Brov still having to cover. But Caps is being matched by Poby a lot as we look towards top. There's a flash justice punch dodged. Nice flash timing from Mainte, otherwise he was dead.
Nice flash from Mainte. Releche just spotted out that Skumon was there, which I think immediately put the hackles of Mainte up. But now Releche's mid though.
After the Sonic Wave crash down, catches the Zenith Blade though by the toe. Miasma's there as well. Poby, he's not going to need to find the kill because Releche took it with a Sonic Wave. And Paris will survive up.
Navi to really play around Releche.
And Poby's low as well. That's why G2 can do this. Poby's up against his turret for the first time in this game. Zenith Blade going to connect. Solar Flare down as well over the blue buff that resets. The kick away. Skumon sent to his team. Sonic Wave taken. Chomp down. Samdi trying to get the damage down with Phosphorus Bomb. Releche gets away. Manages to safeguard his way out of dodge, but Paris going to be the next target. Cap's thinking about coming in, but never mind. LeBron with a remount up. The flash away. Zenith Blade again. Paris looking for the kill, but Samdi dies to Hansama. He finds the 1v1 that you didn't expect. Paris left him alone, and he gets bitten down. G2, Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike. Releche goes back in, but it will be to his death. He will take two with him, though. But Hansama has picked up 2 kills of his own.
It ended up a little bit messy, but it's a 2 for 2 in the end on that bottom side. Absolutely insane set of plays, because Paris off the back of that, I thought might have been the hero with that flash Zenith Blade, as Broken Blade getting hit by the overheat again.
Good Duran, good half HP tray with Broken Blade.
There's Faris who's getting into a good spot. Skumon is going to be nice and big. And it's just let Cap scale, right? This Orianna doesn't have to worry about too much backline threat in these fights, so can go for a bit more of a burst build.
As Caps, he flashes, of course. Sending out the ball, waiting for the shockwave. Mainte has no flash. The ulti going to be burned. He gets knocked up, and the rumble going to be shockwave back. Everything in the kitchen sink used to make sure that Mainte dies, and Caps gets the kill.
Nicely done by Caps. The flash over the wall, knowing Mainte doesn't have a flash in response, and can always send him back the opposite direction with the shockwave. Nicely done.
As the back going to be stopped, Hans Sam D. Sorry, used to saying Hans Sam D, but he's dead. Yep, Skumon just chomps him down. So the biggest problem is that Navi don't have much leverage in this game, Dagda. A bit of the gold that was picked up earlier, either by Mainte or by Poby neutralizing, or even Sam D, and trying to find the 1v1 against Hansama, has all but disappeared.
Yeah, it's Navi getting caught out by the cross maps. Like we saw Skumon, rather than going for the grubs, moving down towards that bottom side. Oh, no, sorry. Instead of the grubs going down to the bottom side to get the kill on towards Sam D. Now you get the cross map as well, where they saw a lot of people on that bottom side for Navi, so Cap starts to roam top. So it's just been nicely done by G2 to kind of push into one side, check what's happening, and then immediately counterpunch on the opposite side. And Navi just haven't quite been able to keep pace. Again, a core portion of Navi's success for me has been Paris in the early game, but in a matchup where he can't really get control, he hasn't been able to get on the map. Skumon is stealing camps in the face of Navi, and it's all starting to come off the wheels for Navi.
I mean, also the success on Releche that has been there in the past, even though he has 3 kills in this game, he's just not getting his jungle. Invades like that, previous advantages Skumon found. Now he's got Triforces. Probably tries to find the mark. Releche spotted out. We look towards bottom lane because Mainte and Broken Blade are going to fight it out, but Hollow Radiance is now there. Big differences. Top's still going to be the focus. I think we can leave this for the time being because everyone's up here for the Herald spawns in 20 seconds. Paris found out by a pillar. Shattering Strike down. He presses Eclipse, but that ain't going to save him. Chomp once again. He knows he's done for. And Caps will take the kill, who is slowly getting more and more resources in this game.
Subjugation just stealing all those stats that Leona is famous for, making her absolutely look like wet paper. And it's just nice picks. I was watching on the mini-map. It's Paris in a conga line with LeBron chasing him out of his own jungle as Mainter looking for a trade again, but the Galio may be too tanky.
Oh, Poby's dead. Petrifying Gaze not reaching. Caps turns around anyway. He doesn't need to see his opponent die. As Broken Blade close to dying himself. Mainter, what can he do? He's in the overcharge, overheating zone. Flash for Flash. He's still ticking on Broken Blade, but now Flash down for both top laners.
And Mainter forcing the flash there, but he kind of knew he had to make a play happen. This game is slipping away from them. Was hoping for the solo bolo, but the Galio saying that's a no-no. Will even move back up to catch up the wave as well. And it means flashless for Mainter may actually be a point of contact here for G2 after this Rift Herald, where NAVI are going to be the ones to start it up.
They're going to be the ones to start it, but Scumon's in the vicinity. We'll look at a quick replay before we question it, because Lebrov went deep to try and find out where Poby's been staying.
Yeah, I mean, Poby tries to basically get some damage onto Lebrov to maybe zone him away, but it's clean from Caps. The sidestep Poby didn't expect Scumon to be there. Back to live. NAVI will get the Rift Herald, but here's the cross map we were talking about, right? Immediately, you're looking at Lebrov already in that bottom side, looking to zone away Mainter, so Caps can get access to this bot side turret, and that's going to be a 1.5k gold lead for the Orianna. That's only going to open up more now with these turret plates.
Caps, I mean, that 1500 gold is leading to a second item coming shortly. Maybe that proto belt on top of Torch. Is Herald going to be spawning? Relat's going to drive it in. Wave has been cleared out.
There's a Trundle pinner.
Okay. Yeah, worried about that, I guess. Kick away for Scumon. He can't get back in the Herald. Relech is dead. So that whole passage of play kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Relech realized halfway through that this is not going to go so well. I tried to abort. I was like, oh crap, I got nowhere to go. It's a little unfortunate.
And then he was too far forward, and then the pillar did come out.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get back in.
Yeah.
They locked the doors.
Yeah, and even that one's unfortunate. That was a little bit silly.
Unfortunate is the word for it. The Dragon goes down, G2 to stop that stacking. 6,000 gold. And you know, it doesn't matter how hard our scriptwriters try. Like, start of the split, they come back from EWC, come back from MSI, and people are like, oh my god. You know, like, oh, versus MKOI wasn't the greatest series. But then, even after the KC loss,
Paris.
Everyone else shudders against G2. Navi, they're going to be the same. Paris is dead. Comma comes through. Lebrov take it. Oh! Shattering Strike almost. Mainter gets in the biz. Now, Equalizer down. What can he do? Hunter has run out of mana, but it doesn't matter because here comes Lebrov for the engage. Trundle is just whomping away. Roulette's just going to jump in, but he knows he's going to die, right? When's the next pillar coming up? Scumon will flash instead. It's just ridiculous at this point. This Trundle is insane, and Scumon, I think he's just toying with his food. And
even the Chains of Corruption from Han Sama, preventing Relech from following up on the Sonic Wave, maybe putting some threat on towards the back line is just perfect. Buys the time for Scumon to get in. He's a big old Trundle, and that troll is chomping his way through Navi right now.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, and I can understand where he's at. Like, hey, look, let's send out a Hail Mary play. Maybe hope we can get Paris, but... not Paris, sorry, Lebrov, but not able to. And yeah, I think they're fine with that. Something tells me they're okay.
No, I mean, no spite for Navi. They're definitely not fine with that. But you said on G2 are fine with not versing a smite.
Yeah.
So Baron's gone. And as you at home can tell by us casters being nonchalant, we know this game's pretty much over. Mainter's going to TP away. Now, I know it's crazy.
Oh, do you have to ult? Is that what you do?
Yeah, but I don't believe in that. Like,
then say it.
I mean, this is unlosable. G2 can't lose this game. I mean, everyone will be like, oh, 7-0 Sturgs, what do you say? Guys, shut up. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, I don't believe in all that. Like, my wife has a salted lamp. You know those salt lamps? You know the pink ones? The salt lamp?
Oh.
There's salt lamp, right? And it's like something... I don't know.
Like,
I think there's something...
I know there's pink Himalayan salt.
Yeah, but there's a lamp for it. Outside of it, adding humidity...
Is it a genie lamp?
No, it's not a genie lamp. It's a nice lamp. I think there's something to it. I don't believe in that stuff. All right, good for you if you do. I want everyone to be happy, okay? Everyone can be happy. What was I talking about? I was talking about the lamp. Why did I...
And then top 3 teams. And
my body right now thinks it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah, you are...
3 a.m.
Yeah. You are still in Indonesia time.
I'm in Indonesia time. Yo, shout out SEA people. If you're awake right now, you guys are crazy. Like, it's 4 a.m. at least. 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. I don't know what it is. It was hard watching LEC. Like, I'd be up and I'd fall asleep all the time because my baby would wake up and then I'd fall asleep. And so it would just be impossible. It is good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
However quick today was, because it's G2 pushed towards the top. Na'Vi on their grand defense ain't going to be able to do too much. It's up to Mater. Can he get an equalizer down? For Cap, shockwaves in his face. Fillers up as well. Chains Corruption going to connect only on the Paris' support, but in goes Humon. He gets stunned up. Equalizer's beauty actually here, but Broken Blade flies on in. Na'Vi in a bit of trouble. Mater spreads from the pack. In a bit of trouble as the crash down. LeBron James again. He's kicked away. Sent packing. Mater trying to burn them to a crisp as Winds of War again fluctuates with a bit of damage, but it's just the inhibitor for now. Good disengage from Na'Vi. They survive. The inhibitor will drop.
Look, I saw the angle of Rob. If only Broken Blade still had his ultimate available, that could have been it, but instead you just become a missile to shoot back into your own team. Either way though, it is going to be that top lane inhibitor going down. You're still in a ton of control, but yeah, there is very little that you can do here. Chain of Corruption onto Paris. They kind of end up pushing forward on towards him. The turnaround is there, but that early Galio ult there means that then there's no real follow-up for the rest of it here. At least you still get a little bit. But I thought that could have been it. But it's the flash immediately from Relech to kick the realm back into the team. Yeah, is the only thing that kind of helps Na'Vi survive there.
Gives them a bit of grace, but still we move back to the unlosable, unthrowable game that G2 have in front of them. 3K gold lead for Caps. I'm not going to talk to you about items. I'm going to talk to you about what this means for G2. 5-1. They will not lock in playoffs here, but they're pretty bloody close. And even though 6 is kind of the magic number, as KC kind of proved with a 6-0 start, where they are the top of the table, G2 aren't far behind, and this win all but gives them a nice little move past the halfway point of the split. Your Monday night's going to end with a 4-0. Here comes G2. Golden is mained, but not for long. He flashes away. Equalizer down yet again. And once more, it's not too bad. A Solar Flare thrown in as well. But a summoner from main to survive with his flash now being down. Paris looking for an angle while G2 escape.
Relech got G2's blue buff though. So who's the real winner here?
He did the SOFM.
Yeah.
Game is ending,
what are you going to do,
man?
Like, what do you do in this position as Na'Vi?
I'll never forget SOFM.
Yeah.
When the game, I can't remember how many Suning games it was. It was like ending in regular season. His team was losing the base, and he was at enemy Krugs. Like,
yeah, but he got to World Finals, so
but he did get to World Finals. And it's so funny, I think it took until that World Finals where people actually started calling him SOFM rather than SOFM in the Chinese broadcast. Because we had him on the English broadcast, he's like, it's called Style of Me. That's what it stands for. And so it's SOFM, like initials. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Fun facts about SOFM here in the LEC, unrelated. But we're just hovering in our lane, hydrated, lovely.
I do love the way that SOFM kind of started that trend for like YSKM, where it's just like, I'm going to give in just an acronym and let you guys work out what you should know me.
Actually, more players should do that. Mid's next, by the way. Soulflare going to come down. Protobelt out of the way. Equalizers have been pretty good, but this time Mater has no flash away. The poke, it connects. Survives for now. Looks like he has a bit of armor on his side as Hans Armor's not able to finish the job. Next wave on the income as Na'Vi look to defend their final inhibitor turret.
Na'Vi playing a bit of big walk here, just moving back and forth between their fans and the base. As Mater actually going to take a quick TP in, and now...
Petrifying Gaze on there slow, grounded, nice. Shockwave brings him back though, and he will die. Shield won't save his graces. As Hans Summer moves to 6. Turret's going to drop down. They've got to deal with the business here on Na'Vi from bot, from top. And the way G2 are ending this game is going to be all 3 lanes at this point. Na'Vi down 1 for another 45 seconds. An Infinity Edge for Sam D to try and hold on at 9,000 gold in the hole. And G2 putting short work to what we thought could be a team up and rising. Only game 1 looked close. Game 2 looked unremarkably easy for G2 as a chomp out of the last Nexus Tower going to be there. Paris going to flash away. Piercing arrow after piercing arrow for Hans Summer connects. And that is going to be enough to move to the Nexus.
You're getting a little low though. Caps doesn't have any mana. Na'Vi, this would be your moment.
That Solar Flare almost hit me. Getting closer to the sun as Paris going to Zenith Blade in there, buying time. Relech looking for an angle, but Paris is going to quickly die. Poby Looking to hit his target, and that's going to be on the Skewmon as Caps jumps on forward. G2 can't end yet. There's a big one. A shutdown. LeBron for the engage. It's just messy in front of the Nexus. It's not even great play from G2, but they're that far ahead. It doesn't matter. Broken Blade flashes backwards. I mean, G2 are laughing because this one's done. Another 2-0, 5-1 for G2 at the halfway point.
It's another win on Skewmon's birthday weekend here at the LEC. G2, very confident game number 2. Game 1, a little bit slower, a little closer, but they definitely put the style on this one.
There you go, Skewmon Caps LeBron. Vote now for your Kia Player of the Series. I mean, game 1 was so much fun, but game 2, yeah, it was just kind of over at 10-15, or at least it felt like it. Big 80 carry gap, big jungle gap, and G2 definitely looked like our second best, our best team in the region.
It's KC and G2 battling it out, right?
Second best.
I think it'll be a case to see what they can do as we march towards playoffs, but take a bow, lads. That was a beautifully executed game number 2.
Was indeed. Caps looks happy. Caps always looks happy, to be fair, though. But he's chill.